Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome to my channel. In this video we're going to be making this little wooden box, except actually it's not wood, it's cardboard. Let's see how it's done. This is Coco the cat, who's come to join in, but she's really not very good at any sort of craft, unfortunately. Start by cutting out the base, the sides and the top for the box. I didn't cut the top initially, I cut the top later once I'd applied the veneer for the wood effect, and that made life a lot more difficult. So I cut out a piece for the base, the sides and the top, and you want to make sure that you get all of the pieces nice and square and that they're cut as accurately as you can. It's really important. To stick the pieces together, what I did was I used super glue on one side of the joint, an activator on the other, or just use super glue or CA glue, and sprayed the activator on. The activator was really helpful to make sure it dried in the right place and dried quickly. I did initially try making this project using wood glue, and that worked really well, but it did take an inordinate amount of time to dry between each piece. You needed to do it over quite a few days, really, if you're going to use wood glue. So I think for me, particularly for my impatience, super CA glue was definitely the best option. So now for the fun bit, to make the box wood, I managed to get a pack of veneer offcuts, and there was lots of pieces in about that sort of size, which were great for these sorts of boxes. I found for cutting it, scissors were by far the best choice, particularly for getting the rough size. Little bits of trimming could be done with a sharp craft knife or X-Acto knife, but scissors definitely were the best. So cut out a rough shape, apply glue to one side, in this case I used the cardboard, and then spray activator on the other piece, and make sure you get the glue right to the very edges so that you get a really good bond all the way around, because you want as few gaps as possible here. And then once you're happy that it's dried, it usually takes a few seconds even with the activator. Just go around and trim with the scissors. see here, I'm really making an effort just to make sure that there's glue right around the edges, all the way up to the edges, and then a bit in the middle, just to keep it all compressed, but really focused on the edges. So not forgetting even the little pieces around the top there. For these, I think overall, I tried it both ways, but I think putting the glue on the veneer and then spraying the card was definitely the way forwards. That definitely seemed to work better. Again, trying to minimise my trimming by lining up a couple of pieces as far as I can, and then hold it in place while it sets. These last couple of pieces, I just really wanted to trim them as accurately as I could. I did glue against the cardboard there, which again I think probably was the wrong decision, and then sprayed the activator on the veneer. I think it would have been better to do that anyway. Here I'm cutting out the lid. I should have done this before I added the veneer, because now obviously I've got the thickness of the veneer to contend with. What I did was I cut it out and then just trimmed a small amount off to allow for the veneer, and it worked out okay. But for ease, definitely cut the base and the lid at the same time. Applying the veneer to the lid, I did that in exactly the same way. I did the edges first so that the top would cover the thickness of the veneer, so it would look better when looking down. So yeah, just around the edges, then the top and the bottom. Definitely recommend using gloves. I should have done that. I got covered in CA glue. I ended up sticking myself to the box about 6 times. So yeah, definitely wear some gloves. Applying the top of the box, top of the lid. Again, make sure with the CA glue that you get right to the very edge, or whatever type of glue you're using, get right to the very edge. And it's really important with veneer, otherwise you'll get gaps. It's going to be really difficult to avoid the gaps anyway, but just make sure you get right to the edge. Sanding, speeded up here just to because it's obviously a bit boring, but the key message, obviously with it only being veneer, don't sand too much, but you definitely do want to sand. You want to get a nice smooth finish, but just remember, if you sand too much, you'll go through it. Inside, instead of adding more veneer, I just decided to paint the inside black, so I just used some black acrylic paint, carefully painted the insides, and the box on the left is the box I'd previously made using wood glue, which took an awful lot longer, and actually I don't think it was quite as neat. I think the speed of setting of the CA made it a lot easier to be neater and produce a much better finish. I had added in some hinges there. I seem to have lost the footage of doing that, but they were just some really tiny brass hinges, and I just glued them to the back of the box there. They could have been screwed in, but I was just a bit worried with it only being cardboard at its heart that it might not hold the screws very well. And here I'm just applying a coat of Danish oil just for a bit of protection and just to bring out the grain a little bit. Just makes the box just look that little bit better and nicer. So this is the finished box. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's all right. It's it's a bit fun. A cardboard box that's got a nice veneer on it. It does the job really. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like or dislike, add any comments, let me know how you think I could have done it any better, anything you tried yourself, and please subscribe to the channel as well. It's obviously a very small channel and I'm trying to build up, and would appreciate your support. Thank you.